Hello, my ambitious, adventurous Aries. Welcome, welcome. It is Sachi, and we are going to be doing some shamanic shifting where we take your current energy and we look at what goal you're trying to accomplish, and then we transmute your current energy into whatever your manifestation goal is for this month. So, just a reminder, the top 2 videos with the most likes will get a bonus reading. So if this resonates, please do hit that like button. This is what came out in the cleansing ceremony, Aries. We had the Sun, the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the Two of Wands. So very hot, hot, hot. We have the Sun here, which was the first card. So I do feel like life is going quite well for you. The Sun does indicate things that make us happy, make us warm, you know, on the inside, and, you know, things that bring us joy, that we're shining and really radiating a lot of good energy. In this deck specifically, it does indicate spending time with family, so that could have also been something that has happened. We had the Queen of Wands in reverse, which can indicate, you know, possibly some issue with a mother figure or the absence of some feminine person that you usually have in your life. Because when the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Two of Wands came out upright, it felt kind of like either there was like a loss of a mentor, or you're recognizing that you're kind of doing your own magic by yourself and kind of finding your way of how to use your firepower, but no one really taught you, if that makes sense. So that's the kind of energy that I'm getting there. We had Metapod using stiffen, so it can be that you're trying to, you know, harden your outside, maybe you're working out more, but Metapod using stiffen typically represents the heart chakra that is, you know, in a cocoon, the cocoon stage of metamorphosis. So it feels like your heart is going through some transformation, but you are, you know, still kind of, you know, hardening your cocoon. We have trainer indicating someone else's energy using super rod. So I feel like you did deal with someone who did go very deep. Super rod is like, it can go into the deepest waters. So I feel like this person was able to touch you quite deeply emotionally. With the dark energy coming out in reverse, it feels like you didn't want to deal with their shadow, or it's possible that they couldn't deal with their shadow. And then we had flash energy with Yvettal using amazing destruction. So it's like in a flash, things just sort of got destroyed with this person is what I'm getting. Like they could have, you know, left sort of suddenly, or maybe you lost them or something like that. So anyway, that's the energy that came out in the cleansing ceremony. So that's what's being cleansed here. Again, we are going to look into your current energy, and then we will look into your, whatever your goal is for the month, and then how to take your current energy and transmute it into whatever your goal is. I hope you all are well, Aries. We are amidst the eclipse season, which the eclipse that happened on April 30th was in the constellation Aries. I am a true sidereal astrologist, of course, so I get my data directly from the sky. And the next eclipse is going to be in your sister sign of Libra. That's on May 15th to 16th. So there's a lot of changes going on in the constellation Aries. Woo! Yeah, we have death, which is death and rebirth, right? And, you know, it happened in the nakshatra of Barney, which is within Aries, right? Which has to do with death and rebirth. You know, typically ascribed to Scorpio, but really it's, you know, Aries energy. So, okay, you know, we saw the death and rebirth, so there could be some ending and new beginning. I mean, we saw the amazing destruction, so of course, where destruction, there is new beginning, right? All right, let's see what's your current energy here, Aries. We have the Nine of Pentacles coming out in reverse. So it seems like there's some sort of cycle within yourself in the physical that has yet to be completed. The Nine of Pentacles is basically when you have everything that you want in the physical, and you're just sort of waiting to share it with somebody else. So it looks like either you're not interested in sharing it with somebody else, or you haven't really closed that cycle of getting all the things in the physical that you need. We do have the Eight of Wands, which is saying that you are in some sort of routine that does seem to be very plentiful. The Seven of Pentacles is a great card. It means that you're sort of reaping what you've sowed, that you're reaping the reward. I do feel very bountiful and plentiful type energy. Like Nine of Pentacles, typically I would say, you know, maybe feeling a sense of lack in physical world, but with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like, no, you are very, very abundant, and it seems like you are in a very great routine when it comes to the way that this cycle is coming. So a lot of your manifestations might be coming in, and these manifestations might have been from you know, things that you were working on months ago or even years ago. It feels like it's finally coming in. But again, I do feel this aspect of like not being ready to share it with somebody. Let's see what's the light energy here. Yeah, we have trainer, level ball. Okay, because you're like, no one's on my level, basically. Trainer indicates somebody else's energy, right? Level is when someone can level with you. So yeah, I feel like you feel like you haven't met someone on your level in this regard. And it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. This could be wanting to start a business or whatever. Let's see what's the shadow here. Wow. Okay. Trainer protection cube. So yeah, it feels like you aren't finding someone on your level, or there is somebody around and you're recognizing that they aren't on your level. With protection cube in reverse, again, this is somebody else's energy. And it's like, how do I want to put this, with colorful spores? I feel like you are interested in, you know, communicating with a lot of different people, but I feel like there is someone that, you know, might have maybe wanted to push something too far when it comes to, you know, not having protection, if that makes sense. And because Parasect, I feel like this is someone that you have dealt with in the past, because Parasect indicates like a parasitic relationship on the heart chakra. With colorful spores, it feels like colorful spores I always take as like, you know, you're able to spore out and sort of, you know, recreate yourself, but it's through heart chakra connections. So it's like the ability to make multiple heart chakra connections. So I don't feel like you're closing yourself off to connections necessarily, but I do feel like this parasitic relationship that happened in the past, you know, is stopping you from, you know, like feeling like you can meet someone on your level. It's like, you know, sometimes when you just go through a relationship or a situation where, you know, it just feels like someone's not on your level, and then you kind of think like, oh, nobody is, and then the universe can't give you someone on your level. That's the kind of energy that it feels like. Let's see, it says, the larger the mushroom on its back grows, the stronger the mushroom spores that it scatters. Yeah, so again, I do feel this death and rebirth energy. Mushroom spirit is, you know, it's talking about the mushroom on his back. So that is, you know, the dead detritus, right? And then, you know, from that, a mushroom grows, which is that rebirth energy. That's what mushroom spirit represents. So I do feel this death and rebirth type thing. But again, you know, this person that doesn't want to have protection, I would be very careful with that person. I'm not really liking the energy here. They feel very cloaked as well. Okay. All right, let's see what's your goal here. But yeah, this reading is not about them, even though in the light and the shadow, we do have, you know, somebody else's energy. So your goal, 10 of Wands. Yeah, you want to have somebody. So the 10 of Wands is basically when you have the good job, the good food, you know, everything, and you're coming home to your sweetheart. And there's someone there, and you're going to like make, you know, you're going to, okay. Yeah, I saw the Queen of Wands in reverse again. So yeah, there could be, maybe you want that Queen of Wands type energy, which could be someone who is a little bit more on the feminine aspect when it comes to their lust, to their passion. But I do feel like you want to conclude this with somebody else. I definitely feel that's part of your goal. Let's see what's the light energy here. We have Shelmet, Jump On in reverse, Electrode using Rollout, and Delcatty using Replace. So, okay, yeah. So I do feel like there was someone, again, it's like a Queen of Wands type energy, which doesn't necessarily have to be a feminine presenting, but they have more feminine qualities when it comes to their firepower. Whereas I feel like you probably have more masculine, yeah, and Charizard fell. So anyway, with Shelmet, Jump On in reverse, you want someone who's not going to jump on your heart chakra. And I feel like you've had a knight before, which knights come and go, and they could have jumped on your heart chakra. It says, when it and Carablast are together and both receive electrical stimulation, they both evolve. Yeah, you want a partner that it's like, okay, let's get together and continue to evolve. It's not like, oh, let's get here and settle down. It's like, no, let's push each other to the next, limit. With Electrode using rollout, I feel like, the thing is, I feel like you've noticed that this is a cycle, and it's just sort of like the person is getting replaced, if that makes sense, because rollout is something that happens over and over, and it gets stronger and stronger. So I feel like every single time this happens, that's kind of how it is. And Electrode is a BOMB Pokemon, so there is something to be said about, how Electrode explodes and could like sort of explode at any time. It says it explodes in response to even minor stimuli. It is feared with the nickname the Bomb Ball. So I do feel like that sort of explosive energy, kind of walking on eggshells, is, part of why someone was replaced here. We do have Delcatty, which again is like, cat is more of a feminine energy. So I do feel like someone sort of was replaced in a way. It says it's highly popular among female trainers for its sublime fur. It does not keep a nest. Yeah, so again, I feel like you've recognized that this happens over and over again, is that you get involved with a knight, right? That's someone who doesn't keep a nest. Knights do not keep nests. If you want to build a queendom or a kingdom, you need a queen or a king. A knight is always going to be come and go. And it feels like, you're recognizing that you want someone to be coming home with and to have that, relationship where, yes, you have this home base and sort of this routine, but also you're still like, okay, when we get together, let's continue to evolve. And it feels like you're recognizing that it's the same cycle, but just the face has been replaced of these knights that don't keep nests. Let's see, what's the shadow here? Okay, going right to the Ten of Wands. We have Skorupi using Hone Claws. So some of you might want a Scorpio in this regard. And I have a feeling that, this is your own scorpionic energy, right, with Hone Claws. And this is in your third eye. This is psychic energy. So you have to recognize your own cycles, right? That's exactly what's going on. We saw that death and rebirth energy. We saw Yveltal using Amazing Destruction. We have this, like, I definitely feel like this eclipse that happened in Barney's nakshatra really is influencing a lot of death and rebirth, and, you recognizing your cycles here, because yes, there could be a Scorpio here, but it feels like your own scorpionic energy, which we all have in our charts, right? We all have Scorpio there, or, even your 8th house could help you with this data. It's the scorpionic poison that has honed its claws into your psyche of, like, again, you might want to replace it with another knight. I mean, the thing is, you don't want to replace it with another knight, but again, you may feel like no one's on your level, and therefore the universe just keeps sending you knights, because the universe is like, yeah, you're right, no one is on your level. Here's all people who aren't on your level. So that's the kind of self-sabotaging energy in your third eye, in your mindset, that I'm feeling here. It says, it burrows under the sand and lies in wait for prey. Its tail claws can inject its prey with a savage poison. Yeah, that's the scorpionic, self-sabotaging poison that I'm talking about. So it could be someone else, a Scorpio that's trying to come back around, that doesn't keep a nest. But really, I feel like it's your own scorpionic energy that is not healed in that regard, right? It's just death and rebirthing through the same cycle instead of sort of ascending out of it, if that makes sense. All right, let's see what Mother Moon would like to say. As I mentioned, we are going to take your current energy and transmute it into your goal, which we will focus on getting this partner that is on your level, that is ready to evolve with you, where you do have a very solid relationship, where you have it all. Like the 10 of Wands for me in this deck means you have it all. You're very close to achieving your goal. That is awesome. You definitely are closer than you think. Ooh, your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn, and it's time to take action with new moon in Aries in reverse. So and that's the eclipse that we just had, right? Was the new moon in Aries. I don't feel like in your energy right now is the time to be taking action, but it does look like maybe more of an energetic shift. So we are going to look more into that, into the extended. If you would like to follow me there, the link is in the description box below. But if we part ways here, good luck with the situation. I'm sending you so much love, a big hug, and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah.